The creation of the internet sparked a new era of technology, starting from Alan Turing's works in World War II to its full establishment in 1993. During this time, the people's understanding of programs and machines have changed. Cybersecurity wasn't considered an important idea until the height of the Cold War. During this time, cyber espionage became a massive threat, especially as both the Soviet Union and the US started leaking out each other's nuclear arms. This started a new field in technology called cybersecurity in 1987. Now, in 2024, our knowledge of hacking and machinery has evolved to an almost sci-fi level. But as there are ways to improve society with this knowledge, there are also ways to topple it. This is where ethical hacking comes in. Ethical hacking is the concept of going through an organization's security network and testing it out to see what can be improved and what is useful. Ethical hacking has 5 stages: reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining that access, and covering your tracks. Reconnaissance is gathering as much information as possible before you attack the target. This information can stretch from passwords to employee records. Scanning is looking through all the various ways an attacker could access their target's information. This information varies from IP addresses, accounts, and credentials. Getting access is literally what it sounds like. It's getting unauthorized access to target systems, applications, and networks. An attacker can use various methods and tools to help them get into the system. This can be tricking targets into downloading malicious malware, stealing information, or asking for ransom. Maintaining that access involves the attacker using everything they have to make sure they continue to keep the access they gain. In this stage, an attacker would exploit the system, such as using DDoS attacks, using the hijack system like a launchpad, or just stealing the databases. The final stage involves covering your tracks. The attacker removes all evidence of their presence when they are done. It is important for a hacker to maintain their connection to the system without anything leading them back. This includes deleting or editing log registry files or removing folders and applications they added to help them in their activity. An ethical hacker is someone who uses these steps to help test security systems for organizations and help them improve so that they can continue to maintain a safe environment from hackers. It should be worth knowing that normal hacking is unethical. However, an ethical hacker doesn't use their abilities for malicious intent. Their entire basis is to help organizations improve their security system, not to hijack security systems in an organization. It's called ethical hacking for a reason, and that is because there are ethics with technology. Hey, a little message before we continue. I did do this video with a friend, and he asked if he wanted to record his own part, and I said he could. So the next part is going to be by him.
But hold on just a minute. How exactly can you hack ethically? Well, technology lets us live either more or less ethically. Stealing someone's identity and buying yourself iTunes gift cards with their money is not a very ethical activity. But it can be hard to tell exactly what about cybersecurity is ethical or unethical. Let's say you learned of a new Iranian uranium processing plant. Yikes, you can't let those revolutionaries get their hands on nuclear technology, so you craft a sneaky virus to go sabotage it. What a service you're doing to the free world. How ethical. Uh-oh, you just created Stuxnet and accidentally infected 200,000 computers. As you can see, it's impossible to tell how much damage you'll end up doing. Cybersecurity protects the lives and happiness of people whose information is protected. For example, hospital patients, voters, bank account users, students, drivers, and airplane passengers. That is about 6 billion people. Computers and networks are evolving so fast that many programmers don't think to slow down and consider how their actions affect people outside of the computer. Another consequence of the fast-moving field is that lawmakers can't keep up with all the new exploits being invented every single day. While there are some basic laws about cybersecurity, most of the responsibility falls on cybersecurity professionals themselves.
Okay, I'm back. So, In today's climate, hacking has been frowned upon and is often considered illegal, so an ethical hacker has to use his abilities to follow the laws that limit them. There are multiple laws in place to help limit the abilities of a hacker so that they don't go out of control. There is the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which explicitly prohibits unauthorized access, theft, or trafficking of computer data. The Stores Communications Act regulates access to stored electronic communications. The Electronics Communication Privacy Act is a safeguard for the privacy of files and the records held by service providers, including subscriber names, billing information, and IP addresses. These legal frameworks provide a structured and ethical approach for cybersecurity professionals to contribute to protect the digital assets while adhering to legal boundaries. Laws are what keep people limited and in check. Without them, everything would be in total chaos. Look, I didn't plan a conclusion, and despite the constant glitches with Filmora, this is actually a very heavily edited video, and I do have to say I have a bunch of tests and stuff to study for, so I'm just going to leave the video up here. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Also check out my Patreon and Discord channel if you are actually just a viewer. If you're in my computer class, please just ignore this.